Hello everyone, this is Shyam Babu, Vadlamudi, Assistant Professor, Electronics and Communication Engineering, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So, today we are going to discuss Introduction to Communications. This is under the subject of Analog and Digital Communications. So, first of all, to learn about the complete analog and digital communication systems, first you need to understand what is communications. That's why this topic clearly explains introduction to communication, nothing but what is communication, how the communication is defined electronically is discussed in this lecture. Then we'll start. So, what the points we discussed in this lecture is, the first one is introduction to communication systems, and second one is what are the elements of communication systems and what are the limitations of communication systems. Nothing but the first point clearly explains introduction to communication systems. So once we're discussing about the communications, definitely you have some idea on the frequency parameter. What is communication? So many definitions. Nothing but sharing the information between the 2 points or passing the information from one point to another point. So there are so many definitions, but electronically as following IEEE standards from the textbook of Kennedy, it is defined as, the communication is defined as, the communication refers to sender, receiver and processing the information. The communication consists sender, receiver and processing the information. So with respect to this one, you know very well the sender sends the information, the receiver receives the information. Between the what the information is passing, that is called as the passing information. The passing information should be in different forms. It is in analog form or it is in the digital form. As per IEEE definition, the communication refers to sending the and receiving and processing the information. That's why observe the first one, communication systems are designed to transmit information. The communication design system concerns observe selection of the information bearing the waveforms. What type of information you need to transmit? Therefore, here the matter explains what is information. The information is nothing but the user what is transmit through the sender. That is called as a information. That should be in the form of a signal. That should be in the form of a digits. That should be in the form of a signals. Whatever that is called as a information. That is selection of the information bearing the waveforms. Bandwidth and power of the waveform. Remember here, the bandwidth is the matter. It is also one parameter. Once you know the frequency, the next parameter is the bandwidth. The bandwidth definition is, remember, simply I am indicating bandwidth BW. It is F2 minus EF1. Higher frequency to lower frequency. The difference between upper frequency to lower frequency, it is called as a bandwidth. The next one is effect of system noise on the receiver information. This is the one of the important parameter. What is that? For example, I am speaking something. It is passing to the transmitter. Then what happens? The receiver does not receiving actual information, having some unwanted signals. That is called as a noise. Once the noise is adding to the original information, automatically what happens? The signal strength should be decreasing. The signal strength should be decreasing means what is the meaning? The efficiency should be lost. Therefore, once you need to transmit the information without noise, that is called as a perfect information by the receiver. And the last one is cost of the system, because when you designing these communication systems, you need different types of elements. Nothing but transmitter you need, a receiver you need. With respect to application, you are designing some more points, some more blocks you need to add. Therefore, here the cost is the matter. That's why it is also one of the design concern. Then go for What are the elements of communication system? What are the elements having the communication system? We know very well, transferring the information between the transmitter and the receiver, it is called as a communication. Observe here, what are the elements we had? The first one is information source. The second one is transmitter and the channel and the receiver and the destination. Here, observe here the very important block, that is the noise source. This noise source can be adding in the channel position. Therefore, between the transmitter and the receiver, very important thing, a channel. The channel, it is also called as a medium. Here, the channel is also can be categorized into two different varieties. One is a connection oriented channel and the second one is a connectionless channel. It is also called as wired channel and wireless channel. Therefore, I am explaining individually what is information source, what is transmitter, what is channel, what is receiver. Then go for the first one. What is information source? The message or information to be communicated originates in information source. Nothing but the user sends the information. The information means message. For example, when I am speaking in mobile phone, my first one is hello. This hello is information. Otherwise, hello, I am good. This is the information. This information can be passing through the transmitter, through channel, through receiver and finally received by the destination. Then here, the messages can be words, in the form of words, group of words, code, data, symbol, signals. And observe here, what is the words? We know hello, where, why, like this. A group of words, code. Remember, the code is nothing but if you take the binary code system, for example, 10010, otherwise having certain coding systems, either binary code or ASCII code like that. And the data, a collection of information, nothing but not a single word, not a single statement, having certain amount of data. Otherwise, symbols. You can transmit the symbols also, is possible by using the communication system. And the signals, very important. The signal should be either you can transmit the sinusoidal waveform. Otherwise, I am speaking something, that is the speech signal. It is also passing to the transmitter. It is possible. That is in the form of a voice. It is called a speech signal. These all are called as information. This is nothing but information. Observe the first one, that is the first block. Nothing but, so our discussion is over for the information source. What is the next block? Transmitter. Nothing but our information or our message is given to the transmitter. So what is transmitter? The objective of the transmitter block is to collect the incoming message signal and modify it in a suitable fashion such that it can be transmitted via chosen channel to the receiving point. Nothing but it is a transmitter circuit. For example, when you're discussing on the deeply, the transmitter is one type of circuit, having the circuit. By using this circuit, you can transmit our information to the receiver. Therefore, the transmitter, it is not a single device, it is a circuit. Then it is passing the information to the receiver. It transmits the information, that's why the name it is indicating as a transmitter. Then go for the next one, very important, channel, because in the channel only our information first transmitted by the transmitter and received by the receiver. Between the transmitter and the receiver, one more important, very important, because here only the noise is added, that the block is called as a channel. A channel is the physical medium which connects the transmitter with that of the receiver. The physical medium includes, for example, this is the transmitter and this is the receiver. And between this is the transmitter and receiver, it is called as a medium. Therefore, I am connecting through wire. This wire should be either copper wire or a coaxial cable or a fiber optical cable or a waveguide and free space. Remember, that's why here the free space, when you matter, that is called as a wireless channel. Observe here, what is the meaning? Different cables are available with respect to applications. with respect to application. For example, if you take the coaxial cable, especially we seen this coaxial cable in the TV communications, and we go for the fiber optical cable, this is seen in the TV communication as well as internet point of view, nothing but the downloading speed and passing the information with very high speed. On that case, we are using this type of cables. It is also based on the frequency, nothing but if you transmit the information by using the coaxial cable having certain frequency in terms of megahertz or kilohertz. Fiber optical cable, it is also possible megahertz as well as gigahertz, low frequencies also, but the cost is a matter. But with the help of fiber optical cable, the passing the information between the transmitter and the receiver with very fast. And waveguide especially observe when you transmit the microwave signals point of view. We know the microwave signals, gigahertz signals. On that case, we need a microwave guides. We already know some examples of microwave guides are, for example, directional couplers, magic tees. These all are the microwave guides. And what is the next one? A receiver. The receiver block receives the information what the user sends from the transmitter. That's why here the modified version of the message signal from the channel and processes it to the recreate the original form of the message signal. Nothing but hello, this is my first information signal. Again after receiver or at the block of receiver ending, again the information should be same. Nothing but before the transmitter and after the receiver, the information is same. Hello and end point is also hello. Transmitting beginning point is hello and receiving point is also hello. But between these two, what the happening means, the conversion is happens. The conversion is happens through the medium and a noise is added in the medium. That noise is also suppressed at the receiver. Then we got the actual signal, likely input signal. Then, what are the limitations of the communication system? Also, we are many advantages. Transmitting the information, it is very fundamental thing nowadays. But what are the limitations of the communication system? Observe, first one is technological problems. What is the meaning of technological problems? Means to implement the communication systems, transmitter, receiver, channel are required, which requires a hardware. Number of components is required. Automatically what happens when the components should be increases, the circuit complexity is increases. That's why communication system is expensive and complex. And the next one is the bandwidth and the noise, very important terms. What is the meaning? Already we have the definition bandwidth. The difference between the higher frequency to the lower frequency, it is called as a bandwidth. For example, the signal should be within the bandwidth, we are getting the good frequency, nothing but a good signal output. For example, the signal strength should be less, the passing information distance is more. On that point, automatically the bandwidth and the noise is happens. That's why the effect of noise can be reduced by providing more bandwidth to stations, but due to this less number of stations can only be accommodated. And last one, signal to noise ratio, very important parameter. Signal to noise ratio. Within the name, the definition is there. Average signal power to the noise power. It is called as a signal to noise ratio. If the noise power is high compared with the signal power, what it is called? Automatically, the signal having not a good signal or not a accurate signal, having noise. That is nothing but a noise signal. That is unwanted signal. It added to the original signal, the receiver does not get actual information, having noise, that signal. Therefore, once the noise should be low, automatically we concluded the signal should be very accurate signal and high signal. That's why noise should be low to increase channel capacity, but it is an unavailable aspect of communication system. These are the limitations of communication system. What are the limitations? The first one is technological problems need complex. The next parameter is bandwidth and noise. And next parameter is signal to noise ratio. These all are the limitations of the communication systems. Then, so what we are discussing in the class means what are the elements of communication systems. So what are the elements means? We discussed about the transmitter and we discussed about the receiver. Between the transmitter and the receiver, we discussed about the channel. In the channel, we discussed about the wired communication, nothing but a copper, coaxial and via optical fiber cable with respect to frequency. Elements of the systems, transmitter, receiver and channel we discussed. The next topic should be modulation. In this modulation, we discuss what is the low frequency signal, what is the high frequency signal, what is the importance of the modulation. These things will be discussed on the coming session. Thank you very much.